Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing this incredible caramel chocolate cake. It features 3 layers of rich, ultra-moist chocolate cake filled with silky caramel buttercream, topped with a glossy chocolate ganache, and finished with crunchy chocolate shards for the perfect combination of flavor and texture. It's rich, elegant, and surprisingly easy to make at home. If you're a chocolate and caramel lover, you're gonna love this recipe. So let's get started. First, preheat your oven to 320 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 degrees Celsius with the rack positioned in the center. Grease 3 7-inch round cake pans with butter, then line the bottoms with parchment paper. This will help the cakes release easily after baking. In a medium mixing bowl, add 220 grams or 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. $60 grams or half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Half a teaspoon salt. Give everything a quick whisk to combine the dry ingredients. Then sift the mixture into a clean bowl. Finally, give it one more quick whisk until everything is evenly combined. Set aside. Next, add 1 1/4 cups or 215 grams of chopped dark chocolate and 3/4 cup, 170 grams of unsalted butter to a microwave-safe bowl. Microwave in 20-second intervals, stirring after each interval until the chocolate and butter are completely melted and smooth. Now pour in 100 milliliters or 1/3 cup plus 1 tablespoon of cold milk and stir until smooth and well combined. This helps cool the chocolate mixture before adding it to the batter. In a large mixing bowl, add 4 large eggs and 300 grams or 1 1/2 cups of granulated sugar. Beat on medium-high speed for about 2 to 3 minutes or until the mixture becomes pale, thick, and fluffy. Next, add 80 grams or 1/3 cup of canola oil and mix until well combined. Feel free to use any neutral flavored cooking oil you have on hand. Then add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 80 grams or 1/3 cup of regular yogurt. Mix until smooth and well combined. If you don't have yogurt on hand, sour cream works just as well. Pour in the cooled chocolate mixture and mix on low speed just until everything is well combined. At this stage, make sure the sugar has completely dissolved before moving on. Add the dry ingredients in 2 additions, mixing on low speed after each addition. Mix just until no dry streaks remain. Finally, pour in 2 teaspoons of instant coffee, dissolved in 110 milliliters of hot water. Mix on low speed until the batter is smooth and well combined. Be careful not to overmix. Divide the batter evenly among your 3 prepared cake pans. I like to use a kitchen scale to make sure each pan has the same amount of batter, which helps the cake layers bake evenly and come out the same height. Gently tap the pans on the counter a few times to release any large air bubbles. Bake in your preheated 320 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 degrees Celsius oven for 35 to 40 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out with a few moist crumbs. Once the cakes are out of the oven, let them cool in the pans for about 10 minutes. Then, run a thin knife around the edges of each cake to loosen them. Carefully turn the cakes out onto a wire rack and let them cool completely. Look at how soft and moist these cake layers turned out. After the cake layers have cooled slightly, I trim the tops of each layer to level them. Then I set them aside while I prepare the frosting. Now it's time to make my go-to salted caramel frosting. First, let's prepare the salted caramel. To make the salted caramel, add 200 grams or 1 cup of granulated sugar to a medium saucepan over medium-low heat. Let the sugar melt slowly without stirring. As it begins to melt around the edges, gently stir until all of the sugar has completely melted. Once the caramel reaches a deep amber color, add 35 grams or 2.5 tablespoons of salted butter and stir until it's fully melted and combined. I'm using salted butter today, but if you're using unsalted butter, simply add a pinch of salt at the end to balance the flavors. Carefully pour in 160 grams or 2/3 cup of warm, heavy cream while stirring continuously. The mixture will bubble up vigorously, so be careful. Once you've added the warm, heavy cream, continue stirring for 1 to 2 minutes, or until the caramel is smooth and well combined. Remove the pan from the heat and pour the caramel into a heat-proof bowl. Now cover and refrigerate it for 4 hours, then beat it until smooth. Finally, add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and beat for another minute, or until the frosting is light, fluffy, and well combined. Our whipped salted caramel is now ready. You can use it as is, or add confectioner's sugar to make a simple caramel frosting. But today, we're taking it a step further and making a rich, silky caramel buttercream. Now let's make the silky caramel buttercream. In a large mixing bowl, add 200 grams, or 3/4 cup, plus 2 tablespoons of softened salted butter. Beat on medium-high speed for about 2 to 3 minutes, or until it's smooth, creamy, and lighter in color. Next, add 100 grams of the whipped salted caramel we just made and beat until it's fully incorporated. Now gradually add 420 to 450 grams, or 3.5 to 3¾ cups of sifted confectioner's sugar, a little at a time, mixing on low speed after each addition. This helps prevent the sugar from flying everywhere. Once all of the confectioner's sugar has been added, pour in 2 tablespoons of room temperature milk and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Increase the mixer to medium-high speed and beat for another 2 to 3 minutes, or until the buttercream is light, silky, fluffy, and smooth. If the buttercream is too thick, add a little more milk, 1 teaspoon at a time. If it's too soft, mix in a little more sifted confectioner's sugar until you reach your desired consistency. Now our silky caramel buttercream is ready to frost the cake. Now fill your buttercream into a piping bag. First, place a small amount of caramel buttercream on the cake board to keep the cake from moving. Then, place the first chocolate cake layer on top. Spread a generous layer of caramel buttercream evenly over the cake. Place the second cake layer on top and gently press it into place. Add another layer of caramel buttercream and spread it evenly. Now place the final cake layer on top with the flat side facing upward. Apply a thin layer of caramel buttercream over the entire cake to trap the crumbs. Use an offset spatula to spread the frosting, then smooth the sides with a cake scraper while slowly turning the turntable. Today I'm applying a thin layer of buttercream, so I'm covering the sides of the cake with large chocolate shavings. Now gently press the chocolate shavings onto the sides of the cake until they're securely attached. Next, fit a 1M piping tip onto your piping bag and pipe beautiful swirls all around the top edge of the cake. Next, I'm going to prepare the ganache. First, add 60 grams or 1/4 cup of salted whipped caramel to a small microwave-safe bowl and heat it until melted. Then add 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips and 1 teaspoon of milk. Stir until the chocolate is completely melted and smooth, then set it aside to cool slightly. Next, carefully pour the ganache into the center of the cake. Place the cake in the refrigerator and chill it until the ganache is set and firm. Now our chocolate caramel cake is all done. Let's cut a slice and see the inside. The cake is so soft, moist, rich, and delicious. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more delicious baking recipes. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Happy baking!